My name is Rahiem. I'm from the group Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. I started rhyming in 1978, and the first group I joined was a legendary group called the Funky Four. We had two DJs, DJ Baron and DJ Breakout, and the Funky Four consisted of Sha Rock, the first female MC, myself, Rahiem, KK Rockwell, and Keith Keith. The original Funky Four battled Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four May 11th, 1979 at the Webster Avenue PAL in the Bronx on 183rd Street. And Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four won the battle, but a few days after the battle, Melly Mel, and at the time his name was Mr. Ness, he later changed it to Scorpio, they came to my mom's house and asked me to join their group.
When you hear the song, the message being sampled by all the younger hip hop artists, what do you think? Or what do you think when you hear your music being reused and copied over and over and over? And you know what I mean? And you don't get no homage paid to it. Or if they even say your name, how do you feel either way?
Well, the way I feel about younger artists sampling our music and, the amount of times that it's been sampled, I think that, it's an indirect tribute to us because, if they didn't sample our music, then people wouldn't, they wouldn't hear it unless they was listening to the old school at noon or whenever they play that on your respective radio station. So myself, I can't speak for everyone else. I appreciate the fact that the younger generation samples our music and puts their own lyrics to it, and we actually do get paid from it. So keep sampling our music because that means the checks keep coming.
How did Big Bang Hank steal a line from your song and put it in his song, Rapper's Delight? How did that happen?
Big Bang Hank didn't steal a line from my song. He stole a line from one of the rhymes that made me popular in the Bronx, which was I'm hemp the dimp, the women's pimp, the women fight for my delight. And so he stole that line along with the rhyme that he stole from Grandmaster Caz. And he was able to do that because the first group that I was a member of, the Funky Four, and the second group that I became a member of, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, we were both very popular, the most popular groups at that time in the Bronx. So our cassette tapes were in circulation all around. And if you rode in certain cab services, you were sure to hear our party tapes because the cassette tapes were popular and they were sold in certain record shops.
I remember you had a legendary rap on Freestyle Friday on BET, Rap City. Do you freestyle all your raps or do you write them down?
I don't freestyle at all. I write all my verses down, but because it matters to me so much what I say, what comes out of my mouth, I think very deeply about what I'm saying before I, commit it to a recording. And I think that what keeps me, as far as relevant, the way that I sound, if I sound current, I would attribute that to the fact that I listen to current artists. I don't, just listen to the artists from my era. I think that the artists from, from the current generation of hip hop artists, from the 90s to now, they had quite a few years of studying their predecessors to soak up all of our strengths and discard all of our weaknesses. And for that reason, I'm doing the same thing.
To believe a lot of those old school rappers didn't never get their residuals or nothing like that. I thought they all got bad deals and stuff.
We're actually just starting to get our back royalties and stuff because we won a lawsuit settlement with our old record label, Sugar Hill Records, maybe about, I would say, not even 3 weeks ago. And that lawsuit has been going on for 40 years. So, yes, initially we were not getting paid, but now we're starting to get paid. And I encourage all of the younger generation of, aspiring, upcoming rap artists to sample our music. It's all love.
So where you was around the Biggie, Puff Daddy era, the East Coast, West Coast beef era, where y'all was at around that time?
I can't speak for where anyone else was at that time, but I was in New York. I thought that that beef was, unnecessary. It took rap music, put rap music in a different space, and I think that, with all due respect to, Biggie's, ability and I think that, you know, all of the artists of that generation of rap, music, definitely made a very solid contribution because when I listen to rap music today, 90s rap is the majority of the rap music that I do listen to. However, I do think that it had its destructive points that made somewhat of a destructive impact on the youth of our, society as well.
Jeez, man, we heard enough on this one here, man. Everybody make sure you smash that subscribe button on your way out. Peace and mind.